but I'm pushing squads. I ain't scared. We're going ham. We're going in the paint all day long. Guys, today I just wanted to go over a quick video on the loadouts that I've been using and what's helped me take my KD from a 0.9, which is, you know, average, to about a 0.67, and we're still climbing to about a 2-point KD is the goal at the end of this month. I wanted to go into the process, my thought process on what I'm doing, how I'm using these to work to my advantage, and what then goes into my thought process during the game. So we're gonna get right into that here. The first weapon we use is this Grau 5.56. Everyone knows this gun. It used to be super busted. In my opinion, it's still pretty good, and it took some getting used to. The M13 was my baby. This has since taken over that role. We're gonna preview this gun. You can tell it's sleek, it's long, it's meant for accuracy, control, and range. This is our gun that is used for mid to long range. It's not meant for close encounters. The first thing we're gonna start with is this monolithic suppressor. Now, obviously, the sound suppression. I'm one of those ninja players. I shoot, I move, and we continue going. That is a huge part of my gameplay. If I'm not silenced, I feel naked. It's also gonna increase the damage range and the accuracy, all while taking down aim down sight speeds and aim walking steadiness, but that's okay because, like I said, this is mid to long range. This isn't meant for close, quick encounters. The next thing we're going to is this Tempest 26.4-inch Archangel barrel. Gives us everything we're looking for: recoil control, bullet velocity, giving us range and accuracy, and damage range is going up as well. So our goal is accuracy, damage, range, and control, and this gives us everything we're looking for. We could take this mobility even down farther if we had the option to, and still be okay with it. Mid to long range, I don't need it. The next is going to be the underbarrel Merc foregrip. Now this is personal preference, guys. You all have your own play style and what is easiest recoil for your weapons. This makes me have a stronger laser, and it makes people call me a hacker just a little bit more. But what we're looking for: recoil control, hip fire accuracy. This again just increases that accuracy. It helps me with the range just a little bit, and even the control. Again, drops some mobility, but we're okay with that. Next is going to be 60 round mags. Guys, 30 round mags, that's Bush League. You gotta get those numbers up. Maybe you gotta get it down. I haven't checked my accuracy. All I know is kills are going up, deaths are going down. 60 round mags gives me more rounds to start with if I'm just getting this because I'm not running for fully loaded. It does, again, affect the mobility and the control, but it allows me to give longer spray patterns and potato a little harder if I need to. Now we'll get into this optic a little bit later, and I didn't like this optic when I first started using it. The VLK 3.0 optic. This guy gives us a little bit of zoom level. I was always looking for an optic and didn't understand why people were using this optic. Now, what I'll do is we'll explain this a little later in the video on why we use the optics that we do, because you see a lot of people using iron sights, you see a lot of people using this scope here, and maybe some either other ones, whether it be red dots, but we're trying to stay under this 3.25 magnification that like this Scout combat optic gives us. We're trying to stay under that. So this VLK 3.0 optic does exactly that. It gives us the accuracy, gives us the range, takes a little bit of mobility, and takes a little bit of control, but for the improved accuracy and range, it's well worth it. So this guy here is our Grau. This is our moneymaker. Long to mid-range, gonna get you kills for days. Our next gun, now the reason this is mid to long range, this guy is built for, let me get to the right spot here. This guy is built for close range combat. This guy is sleek. This guy is quick. He is compact. It is ready for action, bouncing around corners, sliding under opponents, jumping over walls. It is meant to be close, dirty. So the first thing we do is we ignore the muzzle. Now in this class here, I don't run tracker, I run spotter, and because of that, this no enemy skulls allows me to utilize that ninja mentality a little bit more. The aim down sight speed, the no visible tracers, the sound suppression, this plays into my gameplay 100%. Now those of you that don't play that way and just want something quick, you don't care if you're loud, this FS Mini gives you a little bit mobility, but again, my play style, we're going subsonic. That being said, we're going to add the tac laser. So our goal on this, accuracy, we just want it to stay above the baseline. Damage, again, we're not going to touch anything that's going to affect damage. Range can go even to about half this because we're looking at close range combat with this guy and nothing in between. Mobility, 100%. We're going as high as we can. Control, we're going as high as we can. So this tac laser gives us aim down sight speed, which is going to increase your mobility, aiming stability, and walking steadiness, while ADSing. So this is what we're doing. The laser is visible to enemies, but you shouldn't be hard scoping down long corridors with this guy anyways. The next thing we're going to go to is this F-Tac collapsible. Now this movement speed and aim down sight speed is primarily what we're looking for. Look how much that boosts our mobility. This is bar none the best thing we could use for a close range combat weapon. Again, the aiming stability, recoil control, we don't need that stuff. We're going to be right up inside the person. If my barrel's not inside this person, I'm doing something wrong with this weapon. Next thing, again, I use the Ranger foregrip on this guy. I could use the Merc foregrip, not necessarily worried about it. Looking at the Ranger, it just works better for my close range play style. It's easier for me to control, makes everything that much quicker. We then go to 45 round mags. Again, 30 rounds just isn't enough for me. Now being close quarters, 10 to 15 rounds should be fine, but I'm pushing squads. I ain't scared. We're going ham. We're going in the paint all day long. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back. I'm going to show you some settings here on this VLK 3.0 rifle. To go along with this, guys, I use double time, overkill, and spotter for this. I do have a class set up primarily for Ghost, which is just the exact same growl, just with cold-blooded, Ghost, and spotter. We end up picking the MP5 back up in place of this RPG, depending on where the circle's at. But with that being said, we go into our options here. Now, me being a PC gamer, this was something I didn't understand. People using those iron sights, making it seem impossible with how well they were controlling their weapon. I was so wrong. So you go into general, and we're gonna go to field of view. On a PC, you can bump this up to 120 on your field of view, and then this little advanced tab. Hadn't touched it, hadn't thought about touching it, because hey, if it's advanced, it's not for me. But the ADS field of view, we're gonna change to affected. Now let's read this real quick. So independent aiming down sight zooms the field of view to its usual value. So whether you're at a 60 field of view or 120 field of view, you're gonna have the same, you're gonna have the same value on what you typically do. Now when you change this to affected, aiming down sight zooms to a value closer to the field of view setting. Only applies to low magnifications, and this is the important part, less than 3.25 times, includes iron sights. So iron sights on this MP5 is juicy. 3.0 sights or lower on any of your assault rifles is exactly what you're looking for to utilize this to the best of your ability. And you're gonna go from catching people in the chest and working your way up to the head to beaming their head every time. It almost feels like you're hacking, guys. It's a setting built into the game. Use it. It will improve your gameplay overnight. This is the class that has taken me from getting 3 to 4 kills a game to averaging 12 to 15. Now, I'm starting a little behind. It took me a long time to realize you know, we're at a 1.67 KD. Let's show you guys. Let's show you, you know, the accolades are there. We're in the barracks. We go records, and we're going kills in war zones. We're at a 1.66. I think it was September 15th. We were at a 0.9 KD. We're now at 1,200 deaths with 2,000, just almost 2,100 kills. This class, or the combination of class, making sure I get Ghost on the second loadout that we get, has bumped my KD 0.7 above where it is. I'm now averaging 4 kills with how many stats we got, but the last 6, 7, 8 days, I haven't had a match where I finished with less than 10 kills. It feels like I need new teammates because they're still not catching up. But guys, this build, follow it, utilize it, find something that works for you, and this will carry you to victory every time. Not every time. We're not all that good. I'm not Shroud. Is it Shroud? I guess we'll go with, I'm not Shroud. I'm not Stone Mountain. I don't fall to fall damage all the time. But I'm working to get better, and I want to share with you guys what has been working with me to get you to that next level.